Hey guys, Sen here, back in with some more capital raids, and today I'm going to be sharing a new strategy that I have been working on recently, which is using hog raiders to set up for rocket balloons. And the first base we're going to look at is the barbarian camp from the Perfect 15 raid that I had. And normally I don't recommend going ground against barbarian camp because this base is notoriously bad against ground troops and especially hog raiders because it has those giant cannons, so many multi-cannons. I think this base has the most of any base. So many bomb towers as well. I think this base also has the most bomb towers, multi-mortars, and rocket artilleries, which are the hog riders' worst nightmare. So usually I don't go hog raiders against this base, but I will normally go Rocket Loon Zap, except against this base, they've done a good job with spacing out their air defenses to where you can't zap numerous of them at once, as well as they're deeper inside the base, so they're harder to get to with Rocket Balloons. So I made the choice that I was going to use Rocket Loons to set up for a Hog Raider attack, and the advantage of using Rocket Loons instead of, say, Archers to set up is because Rocket Loons don't need any spells. You don't need to put any spells to help them DPS down the buildings, unlike with your archers, and so you can save those spells. You can see down in the troop art as heals, and heals will last you 2 attacks in the clan capital, so that heal isn't for this attack but rather the next attack. And so this base builder actually made a mistake in that they have their rocket artillery so far out, and normally a ground troop isn't able to reach over the river and target the rocket artillery, but air troops like the Rocket Loons will. And the main difference with how we're doing our Rocket Loons on this hit, whereas what we do normally is we're not targeting the air defenses like the air bombs and air defenses. We're going for the ground targeting threats to our hogs, especially. So the bomb tower, anything that does splash, the bomb tower and the rocket artillery, and we're going to take those out with just 3 rocket balloons. The 1 pack of rocket balloons goes into the bomb tower to tank the air bombs, and then 2 to sneak in to grab that rocket artillery. Now we want to push our way down through this opening over here and try to clear out that so we can deploy our rocket balloons further in. And the key to succeeding with this attack is actually learning how to do rocket balloons first. So I would recommend learning Rocket Loon Zap before you work on this attack, because you have to get as much value as you can with the few rocket loons you have. I'm going to drop 1 rocket loon towards the spear thrower, once again to tank the splash air bombs, and then 2 to sneak in to take out the air bombs. And you're going to see they're going to work their way and grab this giant cannon for me. So I'm just trying to work my way towards the big threats towards to the hogs, the giant cannon, the rocket artillery, and now this other giant cannon. I'm going to send 2 rocket balloons to take out the spear thrower, and then they'll grab the rapid rocket on the back end. The reason I do that is because if those go down and say a rocket balloon goes north, they'll grab this cannon and multi-cannon for me for free. They'll be out of range of the air defenses, and so it just sneaks in and takes out those ground targeting defenses, and they'll also work their way in and hopefully take out this multi-cannon. And while they're distracted, I'm going to send in a camp of minions to work their way through the bomb tower, and while the air defense gets distracted again, I'm going to send in a pack of rocket balloons to take out the multi-mortar, as well as protect those minions even more. So notice how I juggled the aggro of the enemy defenses really nicely to take out all of those buildings with just a few troops. And now at this point, we just need to send in our heals. The heals aren't for this attack. Once again, they're for the next attack. I drop 1 heal over the bomb tower. Make sure I have my hogs healed through that, because the bomb tower does a lot of splash damage. And I just drop another heal over this cannon section because there's a lot of open space. And you're going to see I'm going to have 4 heals to use with my hog raiders, 2 from the last attack and then 2 from this attack. I'm going to drop the first heal over the 2 mega hidden Teslas, as well as snipe out this bomb tower with 1 more pack of hog raiders. Make sure my bigger packs of hog raiders don't get splashed by that. And so we're just going to have so many heals to use with our hogs. And I'm going to drop in a ram to tank the first shot of the mega hidden Tesla, and then a P.E.K.K.A. to sneak in, take it out, as well as take out the giant cannon before my hogs get there. I'm even able to use a double heal over this bomb tower section. You saw that giant bomb went off, and then that bomb tower bomb went off. but still my hog raiders, because I just have so many heals, they're just all full health still, as they're going to work through the last few defenses. I figure as long as I get through this big compartment over here, this compartment up here is not likely to have many traps, and so as long as I can get through this compartment, my hog raiders are good to go. And yeah, but the barb camp is such an annoying base. Even after I take out everything, there's still those annoying defensive super giants that are going to kill a couple more of my hogs, but I just have so many hogs alive, and they're going to have an easy time cleaning up the rest of the base. They're even going to hop in the heals one last time so that they all get topped up. And so that's barbarian camp down in 2 attacks while using hog raiders. Okay, now we have a balloon lagoon, and once again, you can see these guys have put their rocket artilleries like this, where they're easy to pick off with rocket balloons over the river. This is a different clan, but they've also done this with their rocket artilleries. And so I'm starting with some barbs on the right side of the base. They'll take out the spear thrower, then clear all the trash as they work their way down. And as they do, they'll also open up the map so I can deploy those rocket balloons towards those rocket artilleries. And I also try to make sure I drop in the rocket loons in order to protect those barbarians from that one rocket artillery that was lower. And so they're just going to work their way down. And you're going to see, once again, the most important thing with this attack is understanding how you can use your rocket balloons to disable the base. So down here, there's only a spear thrower and an air defense. So first I take out this one cannon so I can deploy 2 loons towards this cannon, and then they'll go to this air defense, take that out, and then 1 pack of loons to take out the spear thrower, and then this bottom side is completely neutralized, and I'm able to grab a bunch of free ground targeting defenses, including that very important bomb tower. And now we just have to work our way in up the left side of the base. We're going to drop in 2 rocket balloons to get through the cannon and the crusher, 1 barb to take out the trash building as the spear thrower is distracted, then take out the spear thrower, and then take out the air defense. And then after that air defense goes down, the left side of the base doesn't have any air coverage, so we can send some minions to grab some trash buildings and a cannon. And they'll also do a lot of damage to this multi-cannon. So now we have 2 rocket balloons left, and we're going to try to push through this multi-cannon and Inferno Tower, get as far as we can, try to do as much damage to this Inferno Tower as we can. So as the rocket artillery is distracted, we send them in, and we get the Inferno Tower pretty low, but it's not going to go down, just like the one multi-cannon. But that's alright, we just have to figure out where to drop our heals now. We weren't able to get the last rocket artillery that was buried super deep in the base, but we can just distract it and just heal through it. And I'm seeing another good place for the heal is going to be further in towards this last Inferno Tower on the back end, and we're also going to need to heal through the bomb tower and the crusher. But once again, we have 4 heals. We have so many heals with our hogs. I try to use a ram. Rams have splash, and I tried to get it to take out the multi-cannon you saw there, but it just was a tiny bit off, and so we're just going to drop in a barb to finish that multi-cannon off. I want to take that out so I can drop in a giant going towards these 2 defenses from this angle. When you're dropping, say, a giant or a P.E.K.K.A, and you're trying to distract a rocket artillery, you want the giant to go towards a different defense than the hog riders do, so the giant isn't moving towards the same direction, and your hog riders won't get splashed at the same time. So I'm going to send my giant up towards these 2 defenses while I send my hogs up the gut through the Inferno Tower spear thrower and try to get to this rocket artillery as fast as I can. But you can see I have 2 heals after I get through these 2 sections. One's going to be for the bomb tower, one's going to be for the crusher, and then I'm going to send a few hogs down low with the heal to take this all out, and then I'm planning to have my hogs all regroup towards this top section of the base. And you can see the giant was able to distract for my hogs as they snuck in and took out the rocket artillery, and we're just pushing our way through the defenses. I get ready with my 3rd heal, I guess you could say, over the bomb tower and the crusher. And I actually probably should have saved this heal down low. Should have sent some more hogs down there instead, and just saved the heal for the back end. As you can see, I get a split, which was kind of annoying. But they also, this small group of hogs, they're going to die off, but they're also going to proc the giant bomb, which was kind of nice. So even though I would have probably rather just had the heal instead of here, up here, just having so many heals just allowed me to keep all of my Hog Riders alive through the back end. I still have plenty to go. So yeah, this attack is really strong, especially if you're good with your rocket balloons and you can pick off some of those key defenses. Having just 4 heals with Hog Riders is so insane, and they can just get so much of the base, pushing through a lot of splash defenses like bomb towers and crushers. So yeah, try this strategy out and let me know how it goes for you. But that'll be all from me for today. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and take care.